from Poppy83, long time. He's got a question, Gibbs. He wants to know, how do you stop drags and crossing patterns? So
name of the game, man. I mean, that's tough.
That's basically Madden in a nutshell, question. Right? Is how do you stop drags and crossing patterns? The key thing about drags and crossing patterns, you can go cover 2.
What?
If you know it's coming, you want to user the middle. You want to take one, drop to the other, and just get some pass rush in there. Right there, I saw that the angle route did eventually get open, but you can go down to cover 2. You got to user short. You got to, play mind games. You got to not let these routes, you're not ever going to stop these routes. You're never going to shut them down, but you need to not let them turn into huge gains. And so, like, right there, we sagged off. Like, that's fine. 2 yards. That's basically stopping it. That's as good as you're going to get for the most part until you finally take it away. But right here, I'm going to run with Smith, and then I'm going to drop off to Davis. So once he thinks, oh, I'm going there, like...
That's the best tip you could get. Like, really dive into that.
Like, that's what it's going to be. So if you watch my user defender right here, I know he has a mesh pattern. I start running with this drag as I'm usering it. I got the middle route who's going to get plenty of depth. And then once he sees me run with this guy, he's like, all right, he's running with this guy. I'm going to throw to the route coming across. And then I get there and sit underneath. So let the Y route clear out and then throw to the A route. Hang on. Throw to the A route coming back across the middle, and I'll see if I can get there. So I would get here, and then I'd drop down and just kind of like hide. Like, you want to hide underneath. You don't want to be running next to him because it's very hard. You want to get up in the line of scrimmage in the belly of the beast and use it from there. And that's kind of one of the better ways that you could potentially stop these patterns is get sag off, get underneath, and then make a play.
In that, yeah, you got to make a play, but yeah.
All right. Next, but don't be overly concerned about stopping them because they're very challenging to stop. Next mailbag question from Rody. Should we use turbo in the run game? So that's a very good question, and I believe that you should not use turbo in the run game. What you're going to find is the sooner you hold on at the line of scrimmage with a run play, you're going to get your blockers beat, and you want to really be patient. You want to use Excel Burst or Turbo, whatever it's officially called, after you get to the line of scrimmage. Slow to the hole, fast through it. Bang, right there. So you do eventually want to hold down the right trigger to Turbo, but you don't want to do it until you find your lane. So not now, not now, not now, now. And then, you know what I mean? Because otherwise you will open yourself up, I believe, to block sheds. Rex was talking about this on the 17-hour live stream. I gained some knowledge from it. I think I'm hopefully just paraphrasing what he was saying, but we can investigate further more into that. But no turbo, bang.
It's one of the first times like that. Like I know you've heard that over the years, and I think we always have a tendency to like, oh, I'm just gonna go turbo, man.
Yeah.
Well, no, you like if you like, here's how you know you're doing it wrong, right?
Right.
You see everybody's having success running the ball. You see everyone talking about how good the run is, but then you're like, I run the ball and I don't have any success. Well, what are you doing differently? One of the first things I would probably say is like, are you holding turbo?
Spamming turbo.
Don't use turbo. It's going to cause problems for you. Find the hole and then go, and then use the turbo.
Yeah, and it sounds like cliche, but like you really actually want to do it.
You really want to do it, and because then you can cut like you've played people this year, and they've been able to run the ball really well against you, and it's like where they'll go to a hole and then they cut back to another one. Well, if you're holding turbo, you can't do that, right? Like, because you won't have the control over the halfback.
Right.